shift our focus now to Haryana, which will, of course, see a lot of crucial battles being fought in Phase 6. Jemruk, we've seen farmers' protests, we've seen the wrestlers issue coming to the fore. How do you think the voter in Haryana will be looking at these Lok Sabha elections? Would that be at the top of their mind when they go out to vote?
Well, look, certainly the BJP has attempted its own form of a social coalition building in Haryana, which was even reflected in the choice of chief ministers lately, right? So they moved to Naib Singh Saini, who, is sort of a leader of the group of OBCs. Yeah. Mr. Khattar was sort of neutral. The Congress and the INLD always look like Jat parties. In fact, even the way the agitations and the issues shaped up, both the wrestlers issues and the farm issues was in a way indirectly, sort of linked more or less to the Jat community. So one thing that's happening in Haryana, one sort of picture is emerging very clearly that on one side there are Jats, there are people who feel that the constitution, is in trouble and have to be saved, allegedly. And there is another set of people who say, oh, no, we are okay with this form of governance, this sort of achievements in government. And so that sort of polarization is clearly seen right now, which means that the tally of 10 on 10, which was largely built on a political consensus last time, may not be easy to repeat for the BJP, clearly. We are expecting some sort of a contest in Haryana, sitting as a psychologist. That clearly seems to be happening.
Tushar, do you resonate with that? The key concerns there. We've seen in the past, of course, we've seen the farm laws being repealed by the government. There's this constant tussle, and there is still a tussle that's been going on between the farmers' unions and the government of India. There was the Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh issue that has come to the fore. It's still not died down. People still have that on the top of their mind. Women's security comes with it. How do you think this will pan out?
You're asking me?
Well, actually, what happens is...
I'm asking Tushar.
Issues often serve as
Tushar, are you able to hear me?
And then
See, look, when we talk about Haryana, look, 10 seats in Haryana, there's always this discussion, Shreya, around Haryana, that is it going to be the local issues that dominate or the national issues? Now, since you spoke about the farm laws, one thing let's get very, very clear. When the second farmer protest happened in 2024, just a few months back, the center point was Ambala, not Singhu, it was Ambala. And even the Haryana population, that of the farmers, also saw how flawed the protest of the farmers was. So if you're talking purely on the basis of the sentiment of the farmer protest, I think that sentiment, the negativity has long evaporated. I don't think that will hurt the BJP. What may hurt the BJP is probably the 10-year anti-incumbency that is within the state against Manohar Lal Khattar, who's now been moved out. But if you're purely looking at a national level, if you're talking about infrastructure upgrades, if you're talking about welfare schemes, if you're talking about MSP, I think that is where the BJP comes out shining. If you look at the last 10 years alone, you look at the dedicated freight corridor, the peripherals, the expressways, the metros, Haryana has got it all. Haryana has got all. Even the Vande Bharat connectivity to Ambala, which goes further to Himachal and Jammu. So if you're purely talking on macro issues, I think the BJP has a stellar chance of winning 10 on 10 seats in Haryana. In Kurukshetra, it will be interesting, but Aam Aadmi Party would also cut in through the fight. So they'll split up the Congress vote. But if you're looking purely on macro issues, I don't see any reason at all that why Haryana should not give 10 seats to the BJP again. And I'm not even getting into the Ram Mandir factor yet, Shreya. I'm just showing on infra, welfare, farming issues. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Hold that thought, Tushar. We'll come back to this discussion.